o'clock on this Friday morning as we get into the weekend. The last, I guess, what's today's date?
It's the 24th.
So this is about getting close to the last weekend we're going to have in July, isn't it?
It is, I think.
24th,
Yeah,
25th,
next Friday it's going to be.
Next Friday's the 1st of August, isn't it, or Saturday?
I always have to do my knuckles to figure out
I know.
what month has
all that
31
does is give
days.
me more arthritis.
I know. So
Yeah.
it's either going to be the very last day of July or the 1st of August. I don't know, but it's going to be close.
It's close.
Yes.
Have you noticed that also this morning, especially, of course, it's cloudy. It's getting dark now later in the morning and getting dark earlier in the afternoon.
I know.
And I don't like that.
I don't either.
And, you know, the daylight, we still have technically 3 months really of daylight savings time because, you know, we don't change back to standard time till like near Halloween.
I know.
Near the end of October. So it's kind of depressing when that happens. And, you know, they keep talking about changing to just not switching.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're telling us if they do that, they're going to stick to standard time.
No, I didn't
supposedly,
know that.
Yes, all the psychologists, I hate them, all the psychiatrists and psychologists, whatever, say that it's healthier to go to the standard time rather than the daylight savings time.
So what are we in right now?
Daylight savings time.
So they're saying it's healthier for it to get dark at 4 in the afternoon?
Yep.
No, it's not.
I agree. But they say that
I was so
standard
excited. I
time
thought we
is-
were going to have longer days.
Nope. Apparently not. That's what, you know, this has been going on for years saying let's stop switch. You know, the state of Alabama can do it with that. They can pick that. It's
Yeah,
not
because
federal.
there's some states that don't.
Right. Arizona, I don't think never changes at all. Anyway, we could do that, and it's been before the legislature 3 or 4 years. Legislature 3 or 4 years, but they won't do it because the suggestion is to stay with standard time.
Yeah.
Instead of daylight
Well, now I'm
saving. And
not
everybody
mad.
wants daylight saving.
Now I'm not mad that they haven't changed it
Yeah,
yet.
me too. Because I don't really want them to. I'd rather at least have it 6 months out of the year than
Yeah.
not. Because this getting dark at 4 o'clock, I feel like I'm living in Alaska or something.
I know.
Where the midnight sun, or the opposite, dark all the time.
And I feel like now it doesn't affect me as bad because I don't work an 8 to 5. Normally I'm done working by noon.
Yeah.
But
But
I
it
still
still
don't like
affects
it.
you.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
still don't like it.
I've been retired now for 2.5, 3 years. And I thought, well, okay, it won't bother me because now I don't have to get up and go to work and stay in the
Yeah.
radio station all day or whatever. No, it still does. This last year when we switched to standard time, it took me 2 weeks to get over it, and I was depressed.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that seasonal affective
Well,
disorder.
that's what I was about to
sad.
say. That's like an actual thing. A
That
lot of
is, yeah.
people
Patty
suffer
had
from.
my partner Patty for years.
Yeah.
She actually had that.
Really?
If she didn't get enough full spectrum light,
Yeah.
she would go into a pretty severe depression.
You know, we're basically just plants.
I think we are. We're meat plants.
Yeah. We're
Plants
just plants
made out of
Some
meat.
people need full sunlight. Some people need partial shade.
She does. You know, she actually a doctor. She had to go to the doctor because she was so depressed when it was when it was winter.
Yeah.
That this is 30-something years ago, he had to write her a prescription to get this special light that was, they call it full spectrum, so it had like the sunlight, it had all the bandwidth of light, and she had to shine it on the back of her knees for
Her knees.
There was a weird deal. I looked it up, and it's the truth. Your body can absorb this it gets the most out of a full spectrum light if it shines on the back of your legs, and especially up in the crook of your, the inside of your knee.
Yeah.
Whatever you call that up in there.
That's weird.
Yeah. It absorbs better there.
I wonder if like the skin is thinner there or something.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Anyway, she would have this light, and so when she went home in the afternoons, she'd sit there with this light shining on her back of her legs, and it seemed to help.
That is wild. You know, there's a lot of lights that people buy now, like the mask lights,
Oh, with the
the
LEDs.
red light therapy.
Yeah,
and
Mary's friend Jeanette is into that stuff, and she's bought a red light therapy mask, red light therapy hat for her husband because they claimed that it would keep his hair from falling out.
Oh, gosh.
It didn't work, or he didn't wear it enough, or whatever. She's had these other things green, blue light things, and it was a thing that you would roll, do on your face, supposedly, and it was all this blue light, and you weren't supposed to get it in your eyes because it would it hurt your vision anyway.
They've got all kinds of stuff. Those
Some of that stuff
the
apparently
masks
works.
they have, they kind of look like lightsaber masks.
They do.
They're
look
creepy
really
looking.
freaky.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I talked to a therapist a couple of years when I first started hearing about this stuff, and they actually therapeutically use red light therapy when people have had like surgery on their knees, like knee replacement and stuff, and they use it so the thing will heal better. Not just the skin. I thought it was just to help the scarring and the skin cut. It goes in there and supposedly helps anything down deep heal.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. It could be snake oil. I don't know.
People, they'll do anything, especially for looks.
Oh, yeah. Look at some of these people that just get a little work done over and over and over again. Then when they get to be my age, they look like aliens.
I know. I think it's like a blindness. I don't think they realize how
Have you heard about
not great they look.
Have you heard about the trend of the last few years is what the name of it is called Instagram face?
Oh, where they think they look like the filters, but they don't? Yes.
Well, that's, no one had big, bee-sting, puffy lips until a few years ago.
I know.
That was they called them bee-sting lips because the only time your lip would swell up like that when you got stung and you were allergic. And then they started developing all these fillers like Restylane and all this stuff that you could inject, fat tissue from other parts of your body you can inject. And of course, Botox started doing stuff. And so now there's Instagram face. And people go in and get all these puffy lips and Botox. And people all start looking kind of the same, like they've been, when you look at people through a filter, they look nice. But they don't look real. They look like a doll. They look like a porcelain. They don't look real.
Yeah.
I've got a niece that loves putting her. She's an attractive young lady, but she puts herself through these filters that make her look like some kind of bizarre, kind of odd movie star, whatever. And her lips are all puffed up and dark, and there's not a wrinkle on her skin, and she's only 27 or something. So, I mean, so she doesn't have wrinkles anyway. But this thing makes her look like she's plastic.
Yeah, I hate that. Even now, some grandmas, you could tell they've had work done. But can you imagine how the grandmas are going to look when my generation gets older?
No,
they're not going to be cuddly grandmas.
No, and the thing is, you look at like some women, like, all right, for instance, I can give you a good one who said she's had everything done as many times as she can, Dolly Parton.
Yep.
She says, I've had every procedure known to man. I'll have it again. Now, Dolly does look good.
She has the grandma attitude.
Yeah, she looks good.
Yeah.
Have you ever, well, here's the deal. She looks great for a almost 80-year-old woman.
Yeah.
But if you ever see her in real person up close, she has that Instagram face thing going for her.
I heard she wears like gloves and like a chest cover
to keep the skin.
Yeah, because you can't do anything to your hands. Your hands always show your age.
Like Mama and Papa.
Yeah.
Look at mine. I look like my granddad's.
Mine are getting looser. I can tell I'm getting older.
You get the spots, and you get the bruising, and the skin just doesn't look fresh anymore.
My poor Nana, God love her, God rest her soul. Her skin was so thin that you could poke her and she'd get
bleed.
These
she'd turn black.
Big black bruises.
Yep. I'm almost that bad. Look, I got one right there.
Yes. And I don't know why, but when I was younger, I thought that was the coolest thing. And I would just poke all over her and she would get so bruised. And my daddy would jump all over me. I didn't know. I didn't know.
She was a toy.
Yeah. And her ears, she had the softest
And her what?
ears. Her ears, her earlobes. Oh my gosh, they were so
Long?
soft.
Oh.
They were like little stuffed animals. Like I would just press
Play
on
with
them.
them?
Yes.
The thing that bothers me is ears don't stop growing.
They don't.
Especially with men. And I'm starting to look like Dumbo the elephant.
Oh,
They're starting to
no.
get, well, I am. I mean, it's like my head's shrinking and my ears are getting bigger.
You know what I don't understand? The whole point of the outside of your ear, like, is designed to funnel in sound.
Sound, right.
And the older you get, the larger your ears get. But you can't hear as well.
No, you get deaf. I've got hearing aids to prove that.
I don't understand that. Like, you would think you'd be able to hear better because your ears are getting bigger.
Well, I think it's a compromise. I think they are getting bigger, but you're getting deafer.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the compromise. Maybe, just like nature knows pretty good, maybe that's why your ears don't stop growing, because as your hearing diminishes, it's trying to compensate with more cupping and bigger ears. So,
I bet that is what it is.
Yeah, so-
I've always had small ears.
I didn't
think-
have big ears until I got old.
Yeah.
But also,
Well, at least I have some room to grow.
I also used to have hair. And that hides how big your ears are, too.
Yeah.
And now I have no distractions. Dumbo.
No. Well, there's another newfound tactic that people are using to change how they look. And I don't think that I can get on board with it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But we're going to talk about it when we come back from break. It's 6:14. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back after that.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
There's a pride that comes from employing over 6,000 people in America, welding, fabricating, assembling with local and global parts, delivering a machine just right for you. Japanese engineering meets American ingenuity that builds on our 50-year legacy of quality, reliability, and durability that makes us the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. These aren't just machines. This is a way of life. And that's why Kubota is investing hundreds of millions right here at home. Because we won't settle on what was good enough yesterday. We're innovating with inspiration from the hard-working men and women that proudly sit on our equipment every day. so you can be sure that every one of us have you in mind when a machine or implement comes down that line. We know how hard you work. We'll do the same. This is Kubota.
Good morning. It is 6:20 now, 20 minutes after 6 on this Friday morning. Kind of rainy in some places. You know, I guess
It
this
is.
is a tropical storm
Old
Bertha.
Bertha.
Or what was it?
Bertha.
Bertha. I knew it was a B, the second storm of the season. And I guess we're getting slough off from that stuff.
Yeah, I
but
think so. It said in Clanton that the highest chance of rain was going to be at noon, and it was 45% when I
That's
looked
here?
last. Yep.
Well, that's not bad, 45%.
Not too bad.
You know what's weird? I never understood about the percentage of rain. You know, it's not a 45% chance of rain.
Yeah.
It's a chance that 45% of the area
It's going to
can
get
get
rain.
some rain.
Yeah. That always
I
throws
can't
me
make
off.
sense of that.
And then it kind of confuses me because, for instance, under the actual radar today, it said 45% chance of rain. But then when you go to like the breakdown of it, it says like 5%, 10%. So I guess 45% of the area has a 5 to 10% chance of getting rain.
Or
Maybe?
is it 45% of the area has a 100% chance of rain, so the other 55%, is that right? 55
Yeah.
and 4. The other 55% has like no chance of rain, or that 5% or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe so. I don't know. I don't think
don't either.
anyone really knows.
No, I don't think the meteorologists know.
I don't think so. I did see, though, where Bertha had hit Dolphin Island. And there were a lot of vehicles where the sand got blown and washed up around them, like around people's vehicles. It was like the sand was halfway up their car.
Really?
Yeah,
How do you get? I guess you just go get a shovel and
I guess so.
start shoveling, unless you can.
Be a good time
pull
to have
the
a
thing out.
snowblower. I wonder if a snowblower would blow sand.
I don't know, but it wouldn't do anything for the surface of your car.
No, it would not. Well, speaking of blowing, I said when we come back that we're going to talk about a new tactic that people are using to change how they look.
Yeah.
The cyclospora.
Cyclospora, that's the little parasite that's in the lettuce that has been hitting so many states now. You know, first it was just 4 or 5 states, and it was Taco Bell only pretty much.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Now it's like 45 of the 50
Yes.
states.
And it's a whole list of
thousands
people.
of people have, and I love what it gives you. Explosive diarrhea.
Terrible.
Not just diarrhea.
And people,
Explosive diarrhea.
I cannot. I can't. I don't know. People on social media are, I hope they're joking, but they're talking about where can I eat to get this because I have some weight to lose. I don't want to lose weight that bad.
You know, I'm at the point I'm kind of frustrated with my weight. I could use a little explosive diarrhea. The problem is, I think it doesn't last like just 2 or 3 days.
No.
This cyclospora, there have been people that have had to go in has it killed anybody? I know it's put a bunch of people in the hospital because they get so severely dehydrated. And it can kill you if you don't, do the right thing. But I don't know that, if it was just like, if they said, well, you'll have explosive diarrhea for 4 days.
Oh my gosh.
I might consider it.
Especially on the weekend, you don't have anywhere to be.
I want to do it I'd have to get it on Monday afternoon and be cleared up by Thursday, so I wouldn't miss coming here on Mondays and Fridays. See,
yeah, because you'd be here
I
Friday
gotta be fine Monday morning. I
Monday.
got to be fine Friday morning. But that's if it only lasted 4 days. That'd be Tuesday, Wednesday. Half of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, I might be sitting here going, I'll be right back. Explosive diarrhea.
Well, schedule yours, and maybe by next Friday you'll look a little different.
Yeah, explosive diarrhea. That just is not. That doesn't ring well with me.
No, me neither. And what's even grosser than that is it says that it's a fecal oral parasite. So that means that the water that was used to water these plants
had to have fecal matter in it.
Yes.
So basically, that was it. What Taylor Farms?
Yeah.
In Mexico was watering their lettuce with sewage water.
Basically.
Or tainted water that had sewage in it.
That is so gross.
Well, that's used to be when water sources weren't particularly treated. I know Birmingham, when in its founding years, twice was almost wiped out. Like destroyed by cholera.
Yeah.
Which also is fecal waterborne. So all their water supply for Birmingham at the time was coming out of this one big spring called Avondale, Avondale Springs. And apparently people were, the sewage was getting into their water. And they didn't know that then. So they didn't stop drinking the water and stuff. What they did is they thought they would kill the cholera by putting big 50-gallon drums all over the city, putting oily rags and pouring oil in it and setting them on fire.
Oh my gosh.
So that you'd have this thick, black, oily smoke. They thought that would kill the cholera.
My gosh.
I thought it
bet
was
they were wearing
airborne.
those long masks.
Oh, yeah,
Is
those horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Europe.
What are those called? Phantom masks or something like that?
They had a name for them, but they looked like big possum noses.
Yeah, they almost look like
They were
mosquitoes.
ridiculous, yeah. But Birmingham was almost wiped out twice in a cholera epidemic. And the hero of one of the epidemics, believe it or not, was the madam of a house of ill repute.
Huh.
And she was the only one that had the nerve to treat people. And she'd bring them into her house of ill repute and nurse people back to health. And she never got it.
That is pretty
And
cool.
She was so popular that when she passed away, now all these men that had been going to her for therapeutic sessions, what do you call it? Anyway, her customers, they couldn't let the world know that they were customers of hers,
Yeah.
right? These were businessmen, married men, and all that. So what they did is they would send these horses and carriages. They would hire somebody to go drive in the funeral procession, but nobody knew who they were.
Oh.
There was tons of these empty carriages in the funeral procession being driven by whoever was hired to do it.
Yeah.
Nobody knew which businessman was each.
They just knew what it
pretty
meant.
amazing. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
pretty bizarre.
Well,
Anyway, this cyclosporin stuff looks like it's just getting worse and worse and worse.
I know.
I don't know what they're going to do, because the thing is, I guess what happens is you eat tainted lettuce and you get it, and you have explosive diarrhea. Does that give it to other people too?
I mean, I would think so,
So
especially if
how's that
you're in
happening?
public.
Yeah. How's that happening? You're not washing your hands good, or your people are coming in the bathroom after you and they get it
Yeah.
that way, or I don't know. It's gross. However,
That is very
whatever's
gross.
happening with cyclosporin and lettuce, it's turning healthy. I'm very nervous about eating salads right
I
now.
know.
And I actually had a huge salad for lunch yesterday
Oh
and
my
dinner last
gosh.
night.
You're doing it. You're trying to get it.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it. I did go to, the one place that's famous for their salads is Olive Garden, right?
Yeah.
Mary
They're
and
on
I
the
ate at Olive
list.
Garden last night,
They're on the list.
and we were told that they had stopped serving salads for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and now they have an exclusive connection to get lettuce grown in America.
Oh, well, that's
So
good.
I ate a big salad last night, and I hadn't had anything.
You feel fine?
No, I'm okay.
We need to get a break.
Yeah, nothing. So yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I don't know. I don't know. And how quick does it hit you? Somebody told me it hits pretty quick. If you get tainted lettuce with that, within 6 or 8 hours, you're.
I would
you're
think
in,
so.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I would think so. But y'all, I'll do us a favor and don't try to get this. Just please wait.
Maybe
Just go
talk
take
to your
some
doctor about a
laxatives.
GLP-1,
Yeah.
something more reasonable.
Something. Well, it's 6:29.
You're looking great, Bill. How have you lost that weight? Explosive diarrhea. It's the key.
Oh, man.
Excuse me.
We're going to get a break so that Bill can go take a bathroom break, use up all the toilet paper. And Baden needs to not take the toilet paper out of my check because I'm not suffering or
Yeah.
participating in the weight loss
Do you
trend.
still have the roll of toilet paper the size of a bale of hay? No.
No.
What happened to the large rolls of toilet paper?
He
That just
said
wasn't
that-
worth the trouble?
Yeah, he said it was getting gone too quick and that we feel like we could use more because there was more in there. So he put the small roll back in and we're back down to 3 squares a trip.
Wow.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I might start carrying an extra roll in my car just in case I
That's
need to
smart.
use the restroom here.
Yeah, I need to
And
keep
I
one in
can
my
carry
car too.
my own in there, because I am drinking a lot of y'all's Monster drinks, so maybe I owe you toilet paper in return.
Nah. But anyway, we're gonna go to break.
Let's take a break quickly.
It is 6:30. It's Friday. Whoop whoop. You're tuning in to Morning Mayhem with Dollar Bill and Taylor. Go get you a cup of coffee, and we'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
There's a pride that comes from employing over 6,000 people in America. Welding, fabricating, assembling with local and global parts. Delivering a machine just right for you. Japanese engineering meets American ingenuity that builds on our 50-year legacy of quality, reliability, and durability that makes us the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. These aren't just machines. This is a way of life. And that's why Kubota is investing hundreds of millions right here at home. Because we won't settle on what was good enough yesterday. We're innovating with inspiration from the hard-working men and women that proudly sit on our equipment every day. So you can be sure that every one of us have you in mind when a machine or implement comes down that line. We know how hard you work. We'll do the same. This is Kubota.
We are back. You know, since we talked about, it's 6:34, by the way, 26 away from 7. Since we were talking about explosive diarrhea before the break, we were talking, of course, about the economics of toilet paper during the break.
I think that's Baden's like top
Only
hobby.
Baden will sit for 15 minutes in the toilet paper aisle at Sam's or Costco debating which one will save him 12 cents more a pack.
See, and most people go to Sam's or Costco for the samples, walk around eating samples.
eat samples.
You try all the samples 3 times. He's still over there
he
trying
has
to do
eat
math on the
samples
toilet
'cause
paper.
He's in there so long.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that's what he has to eat a meal in there because he's in there figuring. He got jumped on by a lady working in. She
Yeah.
said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm trying to figure." She said, "It's not that big a deal. Just take toilet paper and get out of here. Go home." But anyway, we were talking about that. I
gosh.
did buy a couple of single rolls one time when we let it get. We like to keep well stocked in both toilet paper and paper towels.
Yeah.
Or as my British friend calls it, toilet roll and kitchen roll. Anyway,
I love that.
so I just had to stop by like Dollar General on the way home and grab a couple of the little individual ones
Yeah.
and take them home. Well, it turns out they were this incredibly thin, cheap, single-ply toilet paper. I went to the restroom, put it on the roll, and I thought, well, while I'm in here, I need to use the restroom. So I sat down and did my business. I think I used the entire roll. And it wasn't even like a disastrous, explosive, messy.
Yeah.
That paper was so thin, I pulled a sheet and I just went, oh, I get it. And I just kept doing this. And it took me like 5 minutes. That roll went down from all the way down to about halfway before I had enough substance in my hand I could clean myself without just nothing.
Yeah, I hate it because I'll always forget what kind of toilet paper I like. And that's what I was telling Baden on break is that I can't go to Sam's because the one time I did to buy toilet paper, I
And
forgot.
you bought the roll that you have to take
Yes.
3 people to get it to the car.
Yes, the 3-year supply for a household of 2. It was the wrong kind.
Oh, see, I know
then I
which
have
one.
all this toilet paper
I am a
that I'm-
Cottonelle man. I've never been a Charmin guy. I've tried some others, and some of them were all right, but I am a Cottonelle man, and I like Cottonelle extra clean.
This may give away how tacky I actually am, if you don't already know. The best toilet paper is hotel toilet paper. And when you leave,
You know, I think you may be right.
you
It's
grab the extra rolls.
I don't. I feel
and
too
take them
guilty.
with you because you paid for them.
Now, if I do,
Baden has never thought about that.
I
have
leave
you?
a tip.
Oh, you do it too?
Do you
Okay.
tip? Do you tip housekeeping?
Okay, we tip housekeeping like when we stay at Disney. But like
Yeah.
if we just stop in for the night somewhere, we normally don't. I know. I don't know.
You know, they say the rule is $5 per day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
if you stay
I should have
someplace
just
3
not
days,
even
that's
been leaving
$15.
anything then because
Well, when I tip like that, I don't feel so guilty taking that extra roll or two of toilet paper.
Yeah.
But if I don't, but I always tip. I see these poor people have to come in after people and clean their room up and all the towels and redo the beds and stuff. And it seems appropriate to tip them $5 a day.
I never thought about that though until we went to Disney for the first time, and people, there's all these Disney pages, and somebody asked about what do you tip your housekeeper, and I was like, oh, I didn't know we're supposed to do that.
They say $5 a day.
Huh.
Now,
The more
some
you
of
know.
these hotels now, it used to be every day the hotel cleaning crew would come by your room,
Yeah.
redo your towels, make your bed if they were not made, clean the room up every day.
Yeah.
If you were there for 4 days, they were there every day. Now, you check into a lot of hotels, the room's beautiful and clean, but they don't come back till you check out. Now, they'll come see if you need new knock on the door and say, do you need towels or new soap or whatever.
Yeah.
But they don't come in and clean the room. They don't, and if you're not there when they come by, you've got the same towels for, for 4
saddle
days
up.
or whatever, I don't tip as much there. I don't give them $5 a day. I might give them $5 because basically I feel like they only cleaned up one time, so that's 1 day. Maybe after I was there 3 days, but they only cleaned the room up after I left. So that's $5. I'm not a tightwad, but I do like to be fair about it.
Yeah. I feel so bad because last week when we went to Disney, they do every other day cleaning. So, we stayed 7 days. They were supposed to only come, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, Decent had an accident, I guess because he was so tired. He didn't realize he needed to go in the middle of the night. So I went to the front desk and told them, and I was like, I know that y'all just cleaned yesterday. Could we just get sheets? And she was like, okay, I'll put it in here. Well, then they came every single day after that and
Really?
they would make both beds with fresh sheets and bring towels and clean the room every single day that we were there.
Well, I'm going to start telling Disney I pee in the bed every night.
And I felt so bad because I was like, we just needed sheets. They didn't have to do all that, but they did.
Well, that's good. That
And I got a lot of toilet paper.
Did you really?
Yes, I got 6 rolls. No, I'm just kidding.
What kind of toilet paper does Disney use? The Wonderful World of Disney toilet paper?
Yeah, it's quilted with Mickey Mouse on it.
No way.
No, it's not.
Oh, if it was, I'd be stealing all
I'm
kind of rolls.
shocked that it's not, though.
Yeah, I kind of am too. You'd think it would have the little Mickey Mouse on every
I
sheet.
know.
I'm disappointed. I've only been to Disneyland and Disney World each one time.
You need to go.
Not much.
Baden was just talking about doing a team building, exercising, after I said something about Disney. I think he's wanting to take us.
The guy that stands for hours in Costco or Sam's calculating toilet paper, and you think he's going to pay for everybody to go to Disney World?
That may be why he's calculating it.
No.
Here we are thinking that we're having to pay for our toilet paper usage, and he's actually just building up a savings account to take us on vacation.
Well, okay, maybe that's true. So in 103 years, you'll have enough money to go to Disney World because they'll save 57 cents a week on toilet paper. If y'all don't all get sick with the cyclosport, whatever this thing is. So yeah, you might. Let's see. This is 2026. 2076, y'all can plan on the team building.
We can do it.
Yeah.
And to live that long, you have to have some tips and tricks.
Like good toilet paper.
But I have 5 simple tips from a 108-year-old.
Really?
Yes. On how to
Live a
lengthen
good, long,
your
healthy life.
Yes.
I hope it has to do with bourbon and cigarettes and cigars and
It may or may not.
hamburgers and hot fudge sundaes.
It may have something to do with some of those.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll give you those 5 tips when we come back from break. You're tuning in to Morning Mayhem with Dollar Bill and Taylor. It's Friday, July the 24th.
And we're done talking about explosive diarrhea
We are.
and toilet paper, I promise.
So hop back on and we'll be telling you how to live a good, long life.
There's a pride that comes from employing over 6,000 people in America. Welding, fabricating, assembling with local and global parts. Delivering a machine just right for you. Japanese engineering meets American ingenuity that builds on our 50-year legacy of quality, reliability, and durability that makes us the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. These aren't just machines. This is a way of life. And that's why Kubota is investing hundreds of millions right here at home. Because we won't settle on what was good enough yesterday. We're innovating with inspiration from the hard-working men and women that proudly sit on our equipment every day. So you can be sure that every one of us have you in mind when a machine or implement comes down that line. We know how hard you work. We'll do the same. This is Kubota.
Good morning. You're glad you're with us. Thanks for listening to and watching Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. And it's 6:46:14, or let's make it 6:47. Who is calling me at 6:47 in the morning?
I know who it is.
I don't, did it say, oh, it doesn't
Her
go on.
ears are burning.
Hello?
You're dead on the air.
Oh, okay, we'll check to see what's going on. Thanks for telling me.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mary's computer is probably what went. The problem is
No, she said that our break was way too long.
she said we were dead on the air. And, of course, she's got this old HP computer, and it does have a virus, apparently, because I spent yesterday trying to. We've got virus protection, but somehow a malware slipped through or something.
It's got the cyclo.
It might
whatever.
be, because I think her computer now has explosive computer diarrhea. And I spent all yesterday trying to run the malware program, and I got tired of watching it because it's slow. It's an old computer. It's very slow. I need to get her a new one. Matter of fact, I was in Costco, and they sell, computers at a pretty good price and stuff. And she's got a Windows, hers is an HP, IBM's base, so it's Windows. And I'm a Mac guy. I like Macintosh. And it's so much easier. So I used to, of course, have Windows, so I can still try to keep hers running, but I'm losing my Windows skills because I don't do it except when hers goes wonky.
Yeah, and once you use a Mac, Windows is actually a lot harder to use.
A lot harder.
Yes.
So I was in Costco yesterday, and I just thought I'd look. And they had this cute, pretty little iMac, you know, where it's it's all in one. You don't have a tower or anything, and she needs a bigger screen than a MacBook Pro or a MacBook or a iMac. I mean, the little tablet is. So I looked at, but it's like $1,400.
Yeah.
But you know what? My MacBook Pro that I use was $3,000.
Yeah,
for a little
they get on up there.
15-inch MacBook Pro, but I need it for all my audio and all that stuff. But now my screen's gone bad. I got to go get it repaired.
Oh, no. You know, that happened to my husband's MacBook Pro. He got it, I think, in 2014. And it just went out last year. And he has all of our computers and electronics on our State Farm personal policy.
Oh, yeah.
He called the lady that's our agent and told her that his computer went out, and they sent him a check the same day to go get a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if mine's on I don't know. I'll have to check. But I know mine's not as old as his, but mine is, I don't know, 6 years old. And it's been great. And it still works fine. The screen's just bad.
Yeah.
And I've got it plugged into an auxiliary monitor, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the butt that I can't use it, you know.
Yeah, you can't take it with you.
But I want to get her, and she likes the all-in-ones. Mm-hmm. So
I love that they have all the different colors again.
Yeah, they do. They've gone back to the real pretty.
Yes.
I get her a pink one or something.
No.
But I think the one at Costco, it was 24-inch. Because I don't want the little 21 and a half. I need a 27-inch, the big one, because my eyes are not good.
TV screen.
Yeah, I need a TV screen. I need a 70-inch. I've got my MacBook Pro, and I've got it. It's working, but I'm just irritated. I think I've got Apple Care, so they may fix it for me
Yeah,
anyway.
they probably
I got to take
will.
it to the Apple store.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to try to get my wife converted to Mac
Yes.
from Windows.
I think you could do it. Once she gets the hang of it, she'll love it.
The problem I had when I switched 20 years ago. Now, I had grown up building my first 2 computers I built.
Yeah.
And I took a class in programming, and I could do what was it called? The general. Anyway, I could program computers until then. I got Windows, and I was on Windows early, and I learned a lot about Windows. And we still use Windows-based computers at the radio station, so I stayed pretty competent with Windows.
Yeah.
Then I switched years ago from my personal computers to Macs, and I thought I'd made a huge mistake. I got in there and I couldn't figure out how to load program, and the reason was I didn't trust the fact that the Mac computers were so much easier than the Windows. I didn't think I was doing it right.
Yeah.
But it turns out, I would load a program and it'd say, slide it over here, and I did, and it loaded it and fixed everything, and it worked.
So easy.
And I kept thinking, I've got to tell it to do this. I didn't have to.
You want to know the stupid reason why I didn't want a Mac?
Why?
Because it didn't have the little number pad on the keypad. That's what I told my husband when he went to buy my laptop. I said, I don't care what you get. I just want it to have the little numbers and the little arrows over here on the keypad. And he was like...
Instead of being built into the whole thing, you wanted it that little separate, like extra. A calculator?
Yeah. And he's like, if that is the only reason that you're saying no to an Apple product, I'm going right now to buy you an Apple computer. And I was like... No, that's not the only reason. And he was like, well, what's the other reason? And I was like, I don't know.
It's new and different. I hate new and different.
Yes. And now I ended up loving it.
Yeah.
So
everybody I know pretty much that if they'll stick with it. Like I did have a buddy that switched to a Mac when his computer died. And he struggled with it for a couple of weeks and just didn't hang with it, took it back, turned it back in, and got another IBM-based computer.
Yeah.
And to this day, he said it was a big mistake to try to go to Mac. I said, you just didn't hang with it long enough.
Yeah.
I said, once you get used to a Mac, and I'm not selling
It's
Mac. I
easy
don't
as
have any
cake.
reason to sell it. But I'll tell you, not having to run all these weird extra programs for virus protection and all that stuff, and the fact that when you turn it on, it works, and when you turn it off, it comes back on when you turn it on. I mean, It's amazing to me.
I know. It really is. Well, that's
So,
what Miss Mary
I may
needs.
see about getting married. Although I think I've even, I've been around Baden so long now that now I'm looking on Marketplace for people selling old iMacs, and you can get one for $200-300. But
Yeah.
I don't, or $500. But that's still better than 2,000 or 1,800 or whatever.
That's right.
But then again, if they're old enough, then they don't support the new software.
Yeah, that's the only
So
thing.
I got to play around with that. But I'm trying to figure out how many sheets of toilet paper I can save to get Mary a Mac computer. So,
Well, you can give her these 5 tips too. That way she'll live long enough
Yeah,
that
now,
you can
I'm
save your money on toilet
73.
paper.
Matter of fact, here's the deal. I feel really old. I have a friend that I worked with for years when I was at ZZK 1047, and she was our promotion director. When I went to work there, she was the person I worked with doing promotions, and she was pregnant with a baby.
Mm-hmm.
She had already had a daughter. She had a son on the way. So I worked with her through her pregnancy, and then when she went out to have her baby, I did her job, filled in doing promotions until she came back.
Yeah.
She's going now to Africa to celebrate that baby's 40th birthday party.
Oh, my
And the reason
gosh.
they're going to Africa, he's a big game hunter, and he
How
stays
fun.
in Africa a lot. Well, he's killing big things.
Yeah.
Like water buffalo.
Which I always thought that was really sad, but they said that it's like a it
doing
helps-
the good stuff
yeah.
for keeping them balanced.
It keeps them balanced and it helps feed like the tribes over there and stuff
I
like
guess.
that.
And there's already people that are poaching and killing them
Yeah.
illegally. Just they're killing elephants just for the tusk.
I know.
That's
I
sad.
hate that.
Yeah, me too. So, anyways, 40. It doesn't seem near. I can't comprehend that I'm in my 70s, and that baby that I remember seeing. I saw it on day 2. I had to go to her house 2 days after she came home with the baby.
Aw.
To show. She was going to show me how to do some kind of mailings we did, and I didn't know how to put stickers on the whatever. Class 2 mails, whatever. That's back when you actually did stuff through snail mail.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw that baby when he was 2 days old.
And now
he's 40.
That is crazy.
Yes, because I wasn't young when I was working with her. I mean, I'm 73, so I was 33, I guess,
Yeah.
when he was born. Something like that. Unbelievable.
Wild.
It goes
Well,
fast. So how can I live instead of another 6 weeks? How can I, or another 6 hours, how can I go from 73 to a much longer, healthier life?
well, Susan Young Brown of Delaware.
Her middle name's Young?
Yes, I know. I thought that was funny. She is 108 years old.
Wow.
She drives herself around. She just renewed her license. Her license isn't going to expire until 2033. She lives on her own, and she had 5 tips for a long, healthy
hear 'em.
life. So number 1 was keep moving. She
Okay.
exercises every day. She said that's a huge factor in her longevity, and that she moves around without a cane or a walker.
She's better than I am.
I know. They had a picture of her on the article, and she was standing on one leg, like stretching. It was the craziest thing. And her
108
son
years old.
said that she moves better than he does. At 108.
Unbelievable.
Number 2 was eat healthy food.
I do okay with that. I eat pretty healthy food.
Yeah.
Except for now, healthy food. Salads will
Yeah.
give you explosive diarrhea. But go
But
ahead.
you've ate salad the past 2 days.
That's
so
true, and I've been
there
okay
you
so
go.
far.
And then I feel like diarrhea would kind of put into the exercise. I mean, you're
That's
working.
true, because you're running to the bathroom.
Yes.
You're not walking.
She says that chicken and fruits are among the list of her favorite foods.
Okay.
Her morning menu includes black coffee, and that has positive impacts on heart health and brain health. She also eats an apple almost every day, and she only takes 1 medication for blood pressure.
108 years old.
108. Number 3, be independent. She lives on her own, drives herself around. In the article, she said that if she wants to go anywhere, she carries herself there in her blue Subaru. And she said that she had married twice, but after her second husband passed away, she has no desire to remarry, and she is not taking care of another man.
There you go.
Good for her. Number 4, keep your mind busy, which we've talked about this a lot on the show. But she says she enjoys reading romance novels, doing puzzles, and word games, and that she's active in her community by attending church and hanging out with her friends, which I wonder how many times she's had to make new friends.
I know. She's seen a lot of friends die.
Yeah. But apparently she's good at making friends because she hangs out with them. And number 5, expand your horizons.
Is what?
Expand your horizons. She was a teacher, and she said that while she was a teacher, Alaska and Hawaii both became states, and she visited both of them. And she's also traveled internationally, and that she credits that partly to her long life.
It's sad because I was in the 3rd grade when we added Hawaii and Alaska. I was actually, remember in the 3rd grade when they came in, it was a big deal. They took the 48-star flag. Every classroom had a flag in the classroom. They came in and made a big deal out of pulling the old 48-star flag out, rolling it up, and taking that stick with a 50-star flag in there. I remember that.
That's
as
so
clear
cool.
as everything. Yeah, I remember. And our teacher, we spent the rest of the day talking about Alaska and Hawaii. Because it was, this was in 1960 or something, 58, 50, I don't know. And it was a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal. Have you ever been to either of those states?
No.
Really?
I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, and I've always really wanted to go to Alaska.
Yeah.
More so than Hawaii, actually. But I hadn't been to either one. Mary and I are planning on maybe doing that Alaska cruise.
Yeah. I heard you could see the northern lights from Alaska, too.
Yeah, you can.
So maybe you can knock out 2 birds with one stone.
Really, that's my bucket list thing is to, before I go blind, I'm blind in one eye and this eye's up and down.
Yeah.
I want to see the northern lights really well, not just kinda. I want to
Not
see
through your
them.
phone screen.
Yeah. Or you don't see anything and then you look back and you go, I didn't see that looking up. That's weird. I think it's a trick. But I want to see it where you go, oh my God. Because I'm wanting to go to Iceland or Finland or somewhere like that. But yeah, you can see it, especially if they're having an active solar storm. You can see beautiful northern lights in Alaska.
That would be a fun trip.
I like it. They say that mosquitoes are horrible up there. They're the size of
Really?
hummingbirds.
Oh my
And they'll eat
gosh.
you alive. But they, if you go certain times of the year, which of course the only time really most people go to Alaska is in the spring, summer, or early fall because winter's hideous. Really tough. So I don't know. I'd like to go.
We'll just take some bug spray with you.
Off.
Yeah. That'll do it. But I thought that was really neat, Susan Young Brown. And it also says that she is the oldest living Delaware State University alumni.
Really?
Yes. She went there for her elementary education degree. And when she went to high school, her parents had to pay for her to go to high school because there were no free schools for black students.
Oh, she's black?
Yes.
Wow. Good for her.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
that was really cool to me. But I also have a story about a bucket list.
Uh-oh.
Since we have mentioned that this morning. We're going to go to break really quick. It's 7:02. We're in the second hour of the show. When we come back, we have a story about bucket list and marking off of them. So leave your bucket list items in the comments. I think it's cool that everyone has such different things they want to do.
They're so different.
Yes. So we're going to go to break really quick. You're tuning in to Morning Mayhem with Dollar Bill and Taylor. We'll be right back.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
There's a pride that comes from employing over 6,000 people in America. Welding, fabricating, assembling with local and global parts. Delivering a machine just right for you. Japanese engineering meets American ingenuity that builds on our 50-year legacy of quality, reliability, and durability that makes us the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. These aren't just machines. This is a way of life. And that's why Kubota is investing hundreds of millions right here at home. Because we won't settle on what was good enough yesterday. We're innovating with inspiration from the hard-working men and women that proudly sit on our equipment every day. So you can be sure that every one of us have you in mind when a machine or implement comes down that line. We know how hard you work. We'll do the same. This is Kubota.
It is 6 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Friday morning. And you know what? It's weird. Here we are about the last week of July, going into August. There are kids already just about going back to school.
I know.
When I was a kid, you didn't go back to school till Labor Day.
I know it.
And now they're starting like the second week of August.
I want to say it's like 14 days till school starts.
Does your son go to school yet? Is he old enough?
He is in preschool.
Preschool.
Yes, and their preschool had a summer program this year. So
That's
he's
nice.
been going. Yeah, and I've been working there.
Does he like it?
Oh, yeah, he loves school.
Good.
He cries when I come and pick him up.
Really?
Yeah.
I cried when they made me go.
I know. That's what I thought he was going. That's the way I thought he was going to be. And even when he was 2 and he started going, we left
He wasn't, like,
orientation,
crying
and he was so mad that we did not leave him there.
Wow, that's great.
I know. It almost kind of questions my parenting skills.
No, I think he's obviously, he's not been helicoptered too bad. He's not scared of being out of the house. I think it's great parenting skills.
The only thing I hate, though, is that I work at the school he goes to, and he is the worst with me. He's so good with everybody else.
Well, he's supposed to be. You're his mother.
Yeah. And then
he's
I feel
doing his
bad
job.
because I teach arts and crafts during the summer. Yesterday, I had to spank him during arts and crafts. I carried to the bathroom and spanked him. And then the day, I said, I went to pick him up. I was like, how was your day? He said, it was great. I said, well, it's the best part of your day. And he's like, in arts and crafts with you. And I was like,
oh,
I
melts
spanked
your
your
heart,
butt, though.
doesn't it? Yeah, I had to whoop
You
your
were
butt.
so bad.
And you were so bad.
I know. It made me feel terrible.
No, well, I think it's great. No, it's good. You know, I talk about, I grew up, my parents both would spank me, I mean, they were all about capital punishment, And people say, oh, that was horrible. They shouldn't have, that you ought to be, you shouldn't strike a child. I said, listen, every time I got a whooping, I deserved 3. So the way I looked at it was I was coming out for the better because I only got caught 1 out of 3 or 4 times, right? I mean, I really did. I should have been whooped constantly, growing up.
Yeah.
And I only got a whooping once in a while. So I really was to the good.
Yeah.
You know, it was money in the bank.
You were in the positive.
I was in the
green.
money in the bank.
Well, it was so funny because yesterday me and 2 other teachers were in there, or happened to be in there at the same time. And we were talking. There was a little boy who was not participating in arts and crafts because he was not making good choices. And I told one of the teachers, I was like, I would think that it is discipline because nobody wants to discipline their kids now. But I know it's not that because I disciplined Easton and I have the same issue. And I know he gets whoopings. So I don't know what it is. And then as soon as I said that, he started smart mouthing. And I was like, I'm going to have to spank you right now. Yeah, it was a boy.
Of course it's a boy. Well, there you go. You know, they just, I think, I don't know what that is. You know, I had 3 sisters, and they never smart-mouthed anybody until they got into puberty.
That is exactly what I said.
Once they hit
I remember-
puberty, a girl turns into a
My mom always
tiger.
said that I was abducted by aliens when I was about 11 or 12.
Right.
And they brought me back around 19.
Yeah.
And that's what I said yesterday. I was like, I remember smarting off to my mama, but it wasn't until I was older, like a preteen.
Right. Boys
Decent is-
boys will push their boundaries from the
Yeah.
time they're born. Girls are sweet until they hit us, till those hormones start kicking in, and then they turn into they could be little monsters. You know,
Yeah.
my dad told me later in life, my mother and dad both said, I was the oldest, so they had a boy first. And they didn't have my sisters, my first sister after me, for about 3 years. So they had an only child that was me, a boy.
no.
And they said, we're not going to have any more kids. This one's horrible. You know, I was giving them just hell. Well, they had my sister, and then they had another girl, and then they had another girl.
Oh,
And they
my
said,
gosh.
the girls were phenomenal compared to you until I actually, you know, when I got into about 14 or 15, I changed. You know, my smart mouth went away. You know, I got more polite. Of course, they did have to ship me off to Marion Military Institute, but that was more discipline too. But I wasn't, you know, my sisters though. Oh my God.
But that was around the time that your sisters were becoming preteens.
Yes,
So it's their fault.
it is. They're the reason I went to Marion Institute.
Yeah.
To
You
keep
did
from
nothing
I had to
wrong.
go there to keep from murdering them.
But no, I do think, I don't even know how we got off on this. Oh, from school.
School, yeah.
I don't know. I would say it's discipline and people not disciplining their kids, but I know that I discipline mine. So.
Yeah, every kid's different.
But then, too, I figured out at the end of the day that he's very learning based. So he constantly wants something to do, something to challenge him. Art is not that. He just kind of does his own thing in art. Like y'all, I'm like, you have free range. This is your art. Everyone's is going to look different. But then in math, he's tuned in. So I think
Really?
it's just not challenging enough
Yeah,
for him.
maybe so.
He's very witty and very learning
Everybody
and smart.
has their thing
Yeah,
that they're strong in and things that they're weak in.
I think so too.
I was in school, I was very strong in lunch and leaving. Those are my 2 strengths, lunch and leaving school.
I was very strong in doodling and not paying attention.
Yeah.
And then I joined yearbook and I was just excelled, but I didn't get a grade for that. So there we
Yeah.
go.
Well, I was always kind of the class clown,
Yeah.
and they don't give you grades for that. Not
Don't
good
you hate
grades.
it? They never want to give you grades for the stuff you're the
No.
best at. Don't make any sense.
For talking so much.
I know. Did y'all have Who's Who when you were in school?
Oh, yeah.
What did you get your senior year?
When I was Who's Who? I don't remember.
I got most talkative. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can. I sure can. If they'd had Miss TikTok, you'd have been right up there too.
Oh, yeah. I think I would have too.
I don't know what. I don't remember. I think I got most likely to recede. My hair was falling out or something. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. You know, I don't remember now. I'll have to go back and look. Of course, don't forget it's been 60 years ago. I got to go back and see what. I don't remember.
You'll have to look and see.
But I
Let
also
us
went to
know.
3 different high schools, so I don't, you know, I was kind of unknown. I grew up going to the same school system, Homewood, so I went to Edgewood School, Homewood Junior High, and 1 year at Shades Valley.
Yeah.
Well, then we moved, so I went to Berry High School my second year, and nobody knew me there. I was the
Aw.
new kid, you know.
So
And
it's
then
not even going to be right. It's going to
No,
be
they
very
didn't know.
biased.
And then when I went to, well, the Berry High School would definitely be most nerdy kid on the earth. And then I went off to Marion Institute for my senior year of high school. So
Well,
it's amazing.
you can make up your own. Nobody will ever know.
That's true. Most likely to succeed.
Absolutely. I definitely didn't get that one. I got most talkative, but here we are.
Yeah.
So,
you know, and look, it's worked
it's
out.
worked for me,
It's worked
yeah.
out well.
and not only do I talk on the radio and get paid for it, but I also am having a class this year. I got moved classrooms that my main focus is socialization and communicating.
That works out for you
So-
well. Very good.
Double the fun.
For what age?
3-year-olds.
Oh my God.
But it's going to be a really good time.
Oh my God.
Miss Wanda is in the comments. She said good morning and that they also started school after Labor Day when she was in school.
We used to get out like about May 21st. I remember that. Mm-hmm. And then didn't go back until you'd go back the Friday before Labor Day just to go to the school. Your parents would take you and you'd see who your homeroom teacher was.
Yeah,
or who
like an
your teacher was.
orientation.
Yeah, just for like an hour.
Yeah.
And then you went to school. Your first day of school was the Tuesday after Labor Day.
I think it should be that way still.
I do too, but you know, they also
Especially-
get breaks now that we didn't get. I never got a fall. There was no fall break.
Yeah.
When you started in September, your next break was Thanksgiving, and then and that was just the long weekend, and
Yeah.
then you had Christmas, which you had a couple of weeks because you'd pretty much go out a few days before Christmas and come back after New Year's. And then you did have spring break, what we called AEA week,
Yeah.
you know, Alabama Education Association. You got a week, and that's it. You know, you when you went home Friday, you had to go back 1 week later on a Monday. You had a week and 2 days, basically. And that was it. But you did get out, you know, May 20th, and then you didn't go back till Labor Day. They get all kind of breaks now that we didn't get. Teacher work days. There was no teacher work days.
And now since COVID, they have a lot of e-learning days.
Really? I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
But it's good for me
You
because
can do it online on your computer or something?
yes, it's good for me though because we follow the public learning schedule. So on the e-learning days, we're just out.
You just don't have to do anything.
Don't have to do anything.
That's kind of neat.
I know.
What happens with families that can't afford computers
I
or
don't
internet?
know. I
How
wonder
do they
if
do their
the-
stuff?
I know during COVID there was something through the schools that you could do, but I don't know how it is now.
Yeah, because I don't think every single kid in elementary or junior high or whatever or high school are they expected to have a laptop or a computer and
I'm not
internet?
sure because I know they have Chromebooks, but I don't know if they send them home.
Yeah. What if you don't have internet
I guess you just be out of school that day.
or have to go to a coffee shop or sit in the
The
park? I have heard of
library.
people going to like a McDonald's parking
Yeah.
lot and sitting out in the car to do homework and stuff because it's internet.
Yeah,
That's sad.
I know it is sad.
I think it's going to become a deal where internet is going to be, it's not even going to be like electricity. It's going to be just everywhere and you've got to have it. I don't think
Yeah.
you won't have to pay for. I think internet's just going to become, bless you, internet's going to become the thing that's just got to be everywhere
Yeah.
for everybody because everything now is on. You know, one of the things I got shook up, I saw an article that said things that will be no longer exist in 5 years. And it was bizarre because it was a lot of, do you know one of the things that won't exist, they say, in 5 years is credit cards, actual plastic credit cards.
Oh yeah, because you'll
you can just tap your phone. You can, everything's electronic.
Yeah,
And I went, oh my God, the thing is then if you have nothing physical, then you've got to have a phone.
Yeah,
Or you've
you have
got
to
to
have
have a
internet.
device that can pay for things if there's no debit card. Or I guess go back to writing checks, but nobody does that anymore.
no,
They said cash money is just about gone now.
I know you rarely see anyone who carries cash anymore.
I don't.
And we went somewhere the other day. I can't remember where it was, but most everything is card only. They don't do cash.
Oh,
we
I
went
didn't know
to this
that.
place. I forgot what it was. It was some kind of event or something, and they were cash only. And thankfully, Bailey had cash. But I was like, you never see that anymore at events. Most of the time, it's only card or tap.
Right. I pay. It's weird because I'm old. I'm an old guy, so I'm not up like a lot of young people are on all these ways to do stuff. But I actually paid for my meal last night at Olive Garden with my phone.
Yeah.
And it's got that little kiosk, that little device that's on every table.
Yep.
I just turned it around, said pay. It said, hang on a second, we're looking for your table. Boom, there was our table. Didn't have to, it was what I ate, what Mary ate, our drinks, and our total. And I took the phone and touched it. It said, take and hold it. So I thought, let me try this. So all I did was touch my phone to the thing. Took about 2 seconds. The phone came up with my credit card and said, double click that right button. I double clicked it. It said paid. A little thing came up, said tip. And you could just roll the thing to what percentage, how much you wanted to tip. I did it and said pay. Boom.
All done. I know. Isn't that crazy?
It's weird. It's kind of scary, too, because it also makes it awful easy to spend money.
Oh, I know. I'm so bad with like a credit card or a debit card. I'm a lot better if I have cash and I can see what I'm spending.
And I pull it out and it feels more like, oh, that's a 20. And
Yeah.
then there's a 5,
Or you
When
break
it's a
under
card,
and it's
you
like,
don't-
well,
it
that's
could
gone.
be $100. You just tap it,
I
you're
know.
done.
And ding, ding, ding. It's like
It
a
is.
little song.
It's
It's
spooky.
addictive.
So, if in 5 years, there may be almost no money,
Yeah.
no cash money. But it's scary it also gets back to like we're gotten off the track a little, but it means everyone has to have a device of
Yeah.
some sort. And, is it going to be free for people that can't afford it? I mean, it already is for some people. The government will help. But, I mean, if you get to that point where there's no money, then there's no excuse for not you've got to have a vehicle, device.
I think it would have to be supplied.
And then it also means that the internet's got to be everywhere for
Yeah.
everybody. It's getting complicated. It's crazy.
You know what they're not giving out anymore, though?
What?
The dadgum mints at Olive Garden.
Oh, we got plenty last
You got
night.
some?
Yeah.
Ever since we've paid on the kiosk, when they've started doing that, the little kiosk on the table, we never get them anymore.
Oh, you need to just remind your server to bring them.
Oh,
We didn't have to. The girl brought me like 4 or 5. Mary,
they
4 or
taste.
5.
I know they're just Andes
phenomenal.
mints.
No,
but they
these
taste
are different.
so much
I
better.
swear to God, they are
They
different.
have to be.
They're creamier.
Yeah.
They have a better flavor. I buy the Andes mints all the time because I love those.
They're just not
And they're
the same.
good, but they're not as good as the Olive Garden.
No.
And the Andes mints have double chocolate with a little green center.
Yeah.
Whereas the Olive Garden ones are just bottom chocolate, top all green.
Yep.
I don't know if that makes a difference or what.
I don't
But I
know.
sure do like those Olive Garden mints.
We haven't got them in so long. And a couple of times ago when we went to
just
Olive
have
Garden,
you just have to ask your server to bring them. 'Cause
Yeah.
They will.
we'll have to start asking
just
because we
forget.
went and bought some. We went to Dollar Tree and bought them,
they're not
thinking
the
they were going to be
same.
the same. They were not.
No. And I think what happens is since the server used to have to bring you your check and put it on that little, and that she would usually bring the mints with the check.
Yeah.
Well, see, now they don't have to bring you a check.
I
so
know.
That's why they don't remember to bring you the mints.
And they used to keep them in little buckets.
Yeah.
And if you knew where it was, you could grab
get a
some.
fistful on the way out.
But now they don't. They've caught on.
Yeah, they got. Well, once Baden went to Olive Garden, they learned not to leave the bucket of mints
Oh,
out.
he takes the whole bucket. We've got so many Olive Garden buckets in the closet out
I
there.
know. And no mints.
No mints, but all buckets.
All buckets.
That's why they're not leaving them out anymore. There's no
Right.
buckets to put them in.
They call it the Baden rule.
Yeah.
He says you got to know where to look.
Well, speaking of buckets, I said last break when we come back that we were going to talk about a bucket list item.
Oh, yeah, we were going to talk about that.
And we got way off track. But we're back. So, the new quarterback at Auburn, Brian Brown, has said that he has tried the Tumor's Corner lemonade. He marked it off his bucket list and that it is phenomenal.
What kind of lemonade?
Tumor's Corner.
Where do you get Tumor's Corner lemonade? In Tumor's Drug?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You know,
which I think that may be, I don't think Auburn fans call it Tumor's Corner lemonade. I think they just call it Tumor's lemonade. But it is on Tumor's Corner.
Yeah. Well, you know, there used to be, I think there still is, a drugstore in downtown Mountain Brook called Gilchrist Drugs. And Gilchrist Drugs was the phenomena there was the limeade.
Really?
And when I used to work, me and a buddy, the one that got the Mac and then gave it back, didn't like it. He now lives in Huntsville, but we worked together at ERC and Kicks, and he was at I-95 when I was at CZK. Anyway, we would get together for lunch all the time. And the one thing we had in the summer we did was every day we could, we went to Gilchrist Drugs and got a limeade.
Yeah.
They were, to this moment in time, I still remember I've never had anything like it before.
I love
And
limeade.
I do too. And this was the best. They had that syrup they could squirt in, and then they always did fresh limes with that squeezer.
Yeah.
And they made it fresh right there. They cut the lime and did it when you ordered it. Oh, my, it had that crunchy ice.
Oh, yeah, the little ice.
We would go get, and I think they were kind of expensive to be getting one glass of limeade. Seemed like it was kind of high, like a few dollars back when that was.
Oh, yeah. Well,
But it was well worth it.
I've never had the lemonade from Tumor's Drug, but he said that it was phenomenal and that he had the slush. Apparently, they've got regular and then also like a slushy kind.
Really?
Yeah, and it's delicious.
And it's lemonade or limeade?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. I love lemonade too.
He played at South Florida before transferring to Auburn. So he said he's got a lot of those Auburn traditions on his bucket list.
Good for him.
So he's wanting to roll the trees. Isn't that where they roll to? Tumor's Corner?
Yeah, because remember they
think
had
so.
to put in the metal trees because that
Oh,
guy
yeah, because he
killed all
all
the
of them. Yeah. But he
They
said,
tried to regrow them and it didn't happen, so they put in those metal ones, I think.
yeah.
That'll last forever, I guess.
But he said that he looks forward to rolling the trees after the game and that they plan on doing it after every game this year. So he's got big plans.
Well, that's that becomes that's gonna be his place to quarterback.
Yeah.
He needs to embrace it fully.
I know, and I think he is. I think that's great, too.
I think it's neat. Well, of course, I'm an Alabama fan, but my best friend Raymond went to Auburn, so I don't hate Auburn at all.
Yeah.
I promote Auburn until they play Alabama.
Baden said he can't get behind the rolling thing.
Who?
Baden.
Can't get behind the toilet rolling thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's wasting toilet paper.
I know.
Yeah, he can't do that.
He said that he went to Auburn game one time and that
Did he go out and collect all the toilet paper
Yes,
and
he
brought it home?
did. Yes,
That
he took
doesn't
his own
surprise
trash
me.
bag and filled it up.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Which I think that could probably get you put in jail too. Taking their toilet paper. It's almost like taking the trees.
Nah.
You don't think so?
They got to get rid of that. They got to clean it up later anyway.
Oh, she's doing him a favor.
There's somebody told me the way they clean it is with a hose.
Oh.
That it's easier and quicker to just get a hose and wash it out of the trees because the toilet paper disintegrates.
Just disintegrates, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I always
weird.
wondered how they did it. Some people set fire to them,
Yeah.
and that's not good for the tree.
No, it's not.
And I don't think it.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't bother the metal trees.
Oh, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
Just go in with a
But I
flamethrower.
don't think it burn. I don't think they always burn good and all the way. And if there's any moisture, it's not
Yeah.
going to stay lit. So anyway, that's bizarre. Well, good for him. I saw a thing where a guy's predicting that Auburn could win 8 or 9 games this year.
Oh, wow.
They think that Auburn's going to have a really good year.
Well, good.
New
Hopefully
coach,
they do.
new program. It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Never know. We will see. It's getting
Are
big
you an
football
Auburn
season.
fan?
No, I don't really care one way or the other. I like Auburn better than I like Tuscaloosa.
Do you?
The area.
Yeah. Auburn, the loveliest village of the plains. Auburn is beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Tuscaloosa's pretty too, but not like Auburn.
Not all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little more industrial looking or
It
something.
is.
Whereas Auburn looks like a classic
Like-
southern old campus
Yeah,
more so.
it's kind of homey
Yeah.
looking.
Have you ever been to Oxford to see Ole Miss?
I have been over there.
That's a beautiful campus.
It is.
Oh, and then Chapel Hill in the Carolinas, North Carolina, I think.
I
Chapel.
haven't been over there.
Incredible.
Yep.
There's some really pretty campuses.
There are really pretty campuses. And my little brother, he went to Mississippi State. So
Oh,
they
Mississippi
have
State.
pretty areas.
It's not bad.
But
Yeah.
it's so weird because it's like there's absolutely nothing, and then boom, a college.
Right. And it reminds me for some reason more of Alabama,
Yeah.
Mississippi State.
Yeah, the town.
Starkville,
Starkville does
Stark
kind of remind
Vegas.
me of that.
Yeah. Now my son went to Harvard. No, well, he went to Vanderbilt first, and Vanderbilt is a pretty campus, but it's just in town. It's kind of like UAB.
Yeah.
Although it's prettier than UAB, it's got a little bit of a campus feel, even though it's right there in Nashville. But then he went to Harvard, and I thought Harvard was not pretty at all.
Really?
Because it's old buildings in the middle of Boston,
Yeah.
and it's got its charm of being a 250-something-year-old 300-year-old campus, that it's got that history, it's got that panache. The architecture of the buildings are amazing, and Cambridge, it's weird.
Yeah.
It felt old and reverential, but it wasn't pretty to me.
Yeah.
Really.
You probably just have to have a certain appreciation for it.
I guess, because people and I've never been to Yale or Cambridge, but I've heard Cambridge is kind of pretty, but I don't know.
I've never been up to those places. I went to Coney Island, but we went straight there and straight back. Didn't stop anywhere.
Oh,
So,
Coney Island?
yeah.
What was that like? I've never been to Coney Island.
It was pretty cool, but we went it was kind of the winter. It was in March.
Oh, so it wasn't real. It was
wasn't
kind of cold. And
Yeah, it was
and not many
cold,
people.
not alive. But there,
Did you have a Coney Island hot dog?
we did go to Nathan's hot
Good.
dog. It was okay.
How many did you eat? 35 in an hour?
No, I didn't do the hot dog eating contest. I should have.
I wouldn't do that because I like a hot dog. I really do. But I like it like a hot dog with the bun, the wiener, and the toppings.
Yeah. You don't like
wanna-
dipping your hot
I
dog
don't
in
wanna-
water
I
and
don't want to just shove the weenie in my mouth with nothing, and then take the bun and dip it in water and throw that mush in
That
my
is
mouth.
disgusting.
It's disgusting.
I don't even like watching hot dog eating
No.
contests. I can't get behind it.
I watched the first couple and I go, no.
No. Well, y'all, it is 7:31. We're going to go to break really quick and come back to finish up the last 29 minutes of our show. And we have a guest here that's going to be joining us.
Do we? I didn't know that.
We have someone from the Collins Chapel Car Show coming to talk about the event. So,
I thought it
that'll be
already
fun.
happened.
Well, they're here, though. A
Oh,
recap.
this is a recap. Okay,
Yes.
good.
So they're going to come and tell us all about how that went.
Good.
I'm excited. So y'all stick around. We'll be back after the break. You're tuning in to Morning Mayhem with Dollar Bill and Taylor.
Looking for the perfect way to unwind, compete, and have fun with friends or family? Then Putter Up Pelham is your next destination. Whether you're a mini golf pro or just out for a good time, Putter Up offers a one-of-a-kind indoor putting experience with custom effects lighting, sounds, and robotics at each hole, plus automated scoring and a virtual caddy to guide your game. And our ADA-compliant courses include special putters for individuals using wheelchairs or walkers, so everyone can join the fun from ages 4 to 100. Rain or shine, day or night, it's always game time at Putter Up. Come for the fun, stay for the challenge. Swing by Putter Up, where every stroke counts. Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
There's a pride that comes from employing over 6,000 people in America. Welding, fabricating, assembling, with local and global parts. Delivering a machine just right for you. Japanese engineering meets American ingenuity that builds on our 50-year legacy of quality, reliability, and durability that makes us the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. These aren't just machines. This is a way of life. And that's why Kubota is investing hundreds of millions right here at home. Because we won't settle on what was good enough yesterday. We're innovating with inspiration from the hard-working men and women that proudly sit on our equipment every day. So you can be sure that every one of us have you in mind when a machine or implement comes down that line. We know how hard you work. We'll do the same. This is Kubota.
We are back on this Friday morning as we head into the weekend at 7:38, 22 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We're glad you're with us on this Friday. Could be a chance of rain today. We got tropical storm Bertha, whatever.
Yep.
Beulah.
Bertha is rolling in.
Bertha's already has rolled in.
Yes.
Now she's knocking around in like Lake Pontchartrain and Galveston and Texas.
Yeah.
So she's already passed Alabama Gulf Coast, but it has thrown up rain our way, so be ready for that today.
Yes.
Look what we have.
Donuts.
see
Just
some
disregard
I
the
see a
guests
box.
that are here.
I see a box that says donuts. Oh yeah, I feel weight.
Okay, Bill, what about when you open it and it's like apple rings and like
You all right
fruit?
with me? Listen, you bring food. Oh no, look at this. Y'all are now my best friends. Look at this. Now this is how I can live to be 108.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Look at that. Well, thank
That
y'all.
Oreo one looks delicious.
Well, y'all talk. I'm eating.
Okay, friends. Well, tell us. I'm sure all of the viewers know who you are because y'all were here last week. Or were you here last week?
Week before last.
Okay, good. I was not here,
You were
but
at Disney.
yes, tell us who you are and what happened last week that y'all are here to talk about.
I'm Suzanne. I'm my husband's at work, so he couldn't come with us today. But
Oh.
we're the
Yeah.
youth directors at College Chapel Baptist Church, and we had a car and bike show last Saturday.
You did. And you were Collins Chapel. There's another church right near you that's also CC. What is it?
Cedar Creek, I think.
Yeah.
But there's also one in Verbena that's Chestnut Creek, too.
Yeah.
Chestnut Creek. All these CC churches. It drives me crazy. Anyway, y'all were going to have this wonderful car show and an event for the kids and everything. Now we want to know, how did it go?
Yes.
It went really well.
Oh, and who are you?
I was gonna say,
I'm Michaela.
Michaela. Michaela actually is my best friend because she walked in with the box of donuts. Sorry. Sorry.
it's okay.
That was my plan.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what she told me in the car. She said, I'm going to walk in with these so they'll like me better.
I do. So anyway,
Good choice.
So how did it go? Because y'all were you're working to raise money for your program with the kids in the church, and times are tight now for
Yeah.
stuff like that. How did it go?
It
Was the weather good?
It was very hot.
Yeah. But at least it wasn't like rainy or stormy.
We was hoping it would stay overcast, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
but
really.
It was very hot.
Oh, that's tough on an outdoor event, isn't it?
It is.
Well, how did it go? Did y'all meet your goals that you had set?
We didn't really have a goal set, but when we had 49 in all. We had 29 cars and 17
Wow.
bikes.
That's a lot.
Perfect.
How many
Yeah.
bikes?
17.
Wow, that was big with that many cars and
It
bikes.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
That's-
And being there was a car show in Marbury, there was a car show in Centerville, and
Oh,
there
my
was a car
goodness.
show in Childersburg that day.
No way, all the
too.
same time.
So for all
Wow.
that to be going on, and we have that many for a turnout, we were very well pleased with it.
Excellent.
Good.
Did you have any real exotic, anything stand out car and bike wise?
There was some interesting vehicles there.
Well, there was a Model T.
There was a
There-
Model T?
There was a Model
Oh,
T.
No
wow.
way. That's from like 1920
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was really cool.
Did it run? They drove it in?
All the
they
cars
did.
were drove in. So
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I used to not like car shows, but the older I get, I love seeing all these cars that you just don't see anymore.
Exactly.
It's so much fun.
yeah.
Wait till you get my age and people go, oh man, that's an old car. And you go, yeah, I drove that when I was in high school.
That was my
That was
dream
brand-
car.
That was brand new when I was a senior in high school. That came out when I was, it's so.
You know what's crazy though is that some of these cars that are like so cool now. My mother-in-law, she said that her dad had a car that's like a car show car now. But when he would pick her up in it, she was so embarrassed because
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so long and gaudy. And she was like, I hated that car. But now it's like a prime car show. Like
Car,
gold.
right, if it's
Yes.
fixed up and runs.
And it's so funny because you wouldn't think so.
Right.
Seeing them in a car show.
Well, it's
But-
like I have a 1946 Cadillac.
Oh my goodness.
It would not fit in this building. It's the biggest, heaviest, bizarre car. I mean, and you get in it and you you know, if you're in the front seat with holding this, by the way, the steering wheel's this big, and if you're sitting in the front seat and you turn to talk to your wife that's sitting over in the passenger seat, you have to go, "Hey, how's it going over there? Where you want to eat?" I mean, she's like 7 feet away, you know? And the back seat, you could put 22 people back there.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. I mean, and the car weighs 10,000 pounds. It's made of steel, you know, not aluminum and not thin. It's a tank. Yeah. And it's just amazing. But I love that it came out really good. You have a good turnout?
We did.
Even with the heat?
I meant to count up how many people voted because, you know, it was spectator voting.
Right.
Like, we didn't have certain.
Oh, that's right. That's who picked the choice car or bike.
And so two of my papers got lost, but
Oh, no.
I'm guessing there was over probably 150 to 200
No
votes.
way.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I counted them. There were so many.
There
was a
There
lot.
were.
That is so
Did you
good.
have a clear winner in car or bike, or was it even on a lot of them?
There were a few that were close, but it was split
Yeah.
most of the time.
Was it? What did the Model T win anything?
It did not.
It did not.
Aw.
Was it like a hot sports car that won the?
It was, don't get me the line on the age, but it was a yellow Bel Air that won.
Really, Bel Air, like a 50s, 60s Bel Air, like an old big.
And then Mr. Greg will kill me, but I don't remember what his vehicle was. It was a Mustang, I can tell you that. It was
And
a
Was it
blue.
like an old Mustang, like
and
the
one of-
60s?
One of them was a Boss.
A what?
Is
A
there
Boss, BOSS? Yeah, that was. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was like the fancier, had the fancy lettering and
My
I think a
husband's the
bigger
one
engine.
that's good with all this stuff.
He knows all that stuff very good. I'm like her. I've always liked car shows, but now it's starting to depress me a little bit that the really old cars are cars I remember when they came
Yeah,
out were brand
they're
new.
younger than you
My
are.
first car was a 64 Plymouth Dodge, well, Valiant, actually, Barracuda. And, you know, you don't even see them anymore. They've disappeared. It's kind of amazing. All right, so I hope you raised some good money.
We did. We raised, at the event, $1,400.
Good.
And then Sunday, we had an anonymous donor donate $500 more.
Aw,
Excellent.
that is so
over
good.
$2,000. And this, again, explain to us what's the money going for? What's
It
your
goes
program
to-
with the kids?
It goes to the youth account. They haven't had a youth director in 8 years.
Oh my
What?
A
goodness.
youth director in 8 years.
What happened? What's going on?
We started in February, so we're new to it.
Yeah. Did you have to start? Well, I assume you had to start from scratch. Was there already youth
There-
when you started?
There was youth there.
Okay.
She's been a member there, so she could tell you about how many was there.
Yeah.
I really haven't been a member for very long. I mean, I'm not a member, but I've gone for probably a year and a half.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, was it weird going when there was no direction, like no youth pastor?
We had someone work with us whenever we did have
Yeah.
youth on Wednesday nights, but we didn't have a director over all of them.
So now you've
Yeah.
really got direction and plans and trying to build it up. And are you doing that, you and your husband?
We are.
Very good. So you're the youth pastors, basically, or the youth program.
Right.
Good for you. You know, some churches, I've got a friend that they're trying to rebuild a church. There was a church that was vibrant up until about 15 years ago. COVID kind of killed them. And so they're building the church back. It's in Sterrett, Alabama. And the problem is it got older and older, you know, and people stopped going to church during COVID, and then they did some online stuff, and then that kind of quit. And a lot of people just didn't come back because they started going to other churches that had more vibrant youth programs.
Right.
So the problem is now they've got this church that's doing very well with adults, but there's almost no kids in that church.
Yeah.
And it's hard to just suddenly create a youth program if there's no kids hardly going.
Right.
Yeah.
And so now they're in the process of that and trying to draw in younger families with kids or get the kids to come back.
Right.
But if there isn't direction, it's hard to do, isn't it?
Well, it's new to me and my husband, so we're learning with them.
You know what? Learning by doing is not a bad way to learn, is it?
No.
We started in February with them, and we're learning as we go.
Well, good for you. You know, I just believe so strongly in youth programs in churches. And I've got a friend of mine, matter of fact, Mary and I had dinner with her Wednesday night, and her son just graduated from college down in Florida as a youth pastor. That's his specialty.
wow.
He just got married to a young girl that they met in college, and she's a youth pastor. So now they're a dynamic duo.
Nice.
They're a married couple that both want to be youth pastors. And they just took a job last week at another church somewhere in Florida. And they're so excited. And it's a program that already had a youth program, but that, like your church, the regular pastor was trying to get help to do the youth program because they lost their youth pastor. So this church has stepped up to the plate and got the budget, and they've hired this couple to do the youth program, and I think it's going to be they're both fired up, and like you, they've never done it. I mean, they've done it while they were in college, working but they've never done it.
Right.
So good luck. I hope y'all do really well. Yeah. And so what do you want to see you're still in the youth program?
I am.
What do you want to see in the what has been lacking that you want to see more of? More trips, more activity? What would be good in your heart to see in the youth program? Because you are the youth.
I think that since they came in February, we've done a lot more already, and I think that everyone has kind of gotten closer.
Good. Is Wednesday night your big night to do the youth programs? I mean, I know you do stuff on Sunday too, but Wednesday nights has always traditionally been the night where the youth programs really have their strength.
Yeah,
and they really,
almost like a community.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it's gotten better since then?
Yeah. I think we would love to have some more girls, though, because we're still outnumbered
Yes.
by boys.
Is there a lot of boys and not a lot of girls?
But we have about 15 in the group, and 3 of them are girls. So
Is that all?
and what's bad is the little ones growing up, there's 2 little girls,
Yes.
and the rest of them are boys. So
That
for
is
the
funny.
little ones, so.
I've noticed that, like with the different, I guess every year kids are born, there's always more of one than the other. Like in my son's class, there's more girls that were born that year than boys.
Yep.
So it's crazy, and it's like that. Every grade is different.
Yeah, so we encourage all the girls to come join us.
Listen, with the boy-girl ratio like that ought to draw way a lot of girls to come in there. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know if I could have found it when I was growing up, when I found any program that had a lot of girls and not a lot of guys, I was there.
But see, and that may be the problem, is that there are more boys, and the girls' mindsets are different.
Well,
So they're
I
probably
know.
like, oh, I'm not doing that.
You know, that's one of the things that I loved was the fact that when they shipped me off to Marion Military Institute, all guys, this college with nothing but dudes. 1 block down the road was Judson College, which was
That
nothing
was
but women.
strategic thinking.
And I decided there were certain programs that Marion had, and if any of the girls at Judson need to take a certain, like some of the math classes and engineering stuff, but Marion had no theater program because that was all the girls.
Yeah.
I suddenly became an actor. I became a thespian, and I started taking acting courses and classes at Judson because it was, the thing is they would put on plays. Now, I'm not a very good actor, but when you go to a girls' school and they need 5 guys in a play and there's only 1 guy there, you're gonna get a part.
There you go.
And I got parts where if I'd been in another place, I probably wouldn't have been good enough to get it. So yeah, there's some advantages. So
Well,
you may
speaking
be
of-
getting a lot more girls in there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of acting and plays and theater, do y'all have a drama team, or is that something y'all are wanting to work towards, or is that not a thing anymore? I know when I was in youth, it was very popular.
It was popular when I was
Me
growing
too.
up.
They would always put on a Christmas play.
Yeah.
And some other during the year they do
Now
some
this
kind of
past
production.
year for Christmas Easter, they combined the kids and the youth, and they done a shadow play, which was amazing.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
And
Neat.
so and they even had some adults in there, but it was mostly kids and teens. So
Yeah.
we
That's
had just
great.
started in February, so they had already been working on that. So we just let them do their thing with
That's
it.
great.
But yeah, I told him that I'm going to make them do a praise and worship team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Nothing wrong. Listen, that's fun.
Would y'all have anything on the calendar that y'all have scheduled that you're excited
More
about y'all are
fundraising
doing?
for the program?
We've got to do some more fundraising, but they want to go next year in June or July to the Panama City Youth Retreat.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
What does that cost for? I guess it depends on how many kids go.
it does. What I looked at was around $75 a kid, and that's their food, like 3 times a day, and
Oh,
their
wow.
house, and so
That's
it's not
it?
bad.
No, that's
Oh,
not bad.
I can't get a day for $75.
And that's what I told my husband. I was like, we can't go
We
to
go
the
to
beach.
McDonald's. We spend more than that just to eat
Exactly.
Burger King or McDonald's.
I know.
Exactly.
Dollar Bill may be interested in chaperoning that.
I was just saying, how many chaperones you want to come with us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The thing is, I'm just thinking back now when I was her age. You wouldn't want me chaperoning in Panama City. I got it. That may be one of the reasons they shipped me off to Marion Military Institute. No, that's great though. And do they do that? What time do they do that every year?
They have it going on from June through July, from what I've seen. It's just different.
Really? So cause it's continuous. You just
It
pick.
is.
And how long do you go down? 4 days?
You
or
can go down
something?
for however long you want to, because it's like you do your own thing, or you can get a group of different churches. And
Okay, cool.
so,
Well,
Well,
just
that
let me
is
know
a good
anything I can do to
plan.
help. I'll do it because I think that's really nice. Like Mackenzie.
Michaela.
Like Michaela said, it's nice to start to build relationships
Yeah.
within the church, so you have your church family, and you have you get tighter and you grow tighter in your faith as well as in your friendships.
Right.
It's very powerful in life, especially now with so many distractions. So much of this stuff is negative and dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
And you need these youth programs in church to keep people having friends, having a social life, but it being a healthy, spirit grown social
Right.
life.
Absolutely.
And I think it's so powerful and it's so necessary. That's the thing. I can't get over how people like you are struggling to get the money to do these programs you want to do, and it's so important and so necessary to do these programs with youth in your church to build that spiritual life and that camaraderie among other students who share the same values.
Right. And I will say, when we joined this group, certain places have their own groups.
Yeah,
and
they're
hang out.
cliquish.
But these girls accept any girl that walks in those doors. They immediately
they bring them in as
they
sisters
do.
of the
I love
fold.
They do.
that.
They're not clicky.
And
They're
the
not
guys
cliquish.
do the same thing. Most of them are baseball related.
Really? They play baseball?
They do. So they have that connection. And they took in our son the very first day we went. They took him in like they had known him. And they was
No.
started finding out he loved baseball and everything. So it was just like we were
Family.
welcome like family.
Now, do
I
y'all
love
have
that.
a baseball team at church league?
we do not, but me and my husband told him we wanted one for next year.
Listen, if you've got all these guys that want to play baseball and like baseball, why not?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's wonderful.
They may be like, we put y'all in here and y'all just started doing this and that and
Maybe
You know
not.
what? I would sure rather have to damp people down and say, let's slow down a little bit than to have to build a fire under somebody to get them
Right.
to do something.
Right.
It's so much better to be aggressive and to have great plans and great ambitions rather than to be just.
That's right. Well, speaking of doing something, is there anything that our listeners can do to help or
Yeah.
look forward to or?
well, I mean, we'll always take donations for the youth group, just to help build the account up so we can go do that. And while we're down there, also do something fun with them.
Yeah.
It's like we discussed with them Wednesday night, learning about God, you can make it fun.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be boring and drab. You can make learning about God fun and interact it with games and still get the point across that Jesus is your number one goal.
Yeah.
So, we anytime we'll take any kind of donation anytime.
Yes.
Just to support the youth group. I mean,
When I was little kid, this one year we had this guy come in to work with the youth group, and I swear to God, he had me so afraid. He was an Old Testament kind of guy, so he liked to scare you to death about staying on the righteous path by telling you how you would, burn in hell, or that you would turn into a pillar of salt, And, oh my God, I'd go home at night and I'd tell my mom and dad, I said, I'm scared. From church? I said, I'm going to die and burn. And they were like, what? And some other parents finally realized this guy who meant well, now don't get me wrong, but he was like Mohad or something. This guy was like scaring the kid, but Jesus out of all the kids in the youth group, because he had you so afraid that you were gonna be such a horrible sinner all the rest of your life. Oh, it had me. So I think they had to move him to a different group.
Yeah.
And thank God the guy that followed him was like you're talking about. He made it. Maybe we needed that guy to show us the scary side of it, because we sure did appreciate the fact that this guy made a Christian life and accepting Jesus in your life as just the most fun, wonderful, bright, sunny thing you could do, and the way your life should be. I mean, he took a negative and made it very positive.
Right.
But I'm glad y'all are going that route rather than serpents and fire and brimstone, Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh my God!
It definitely does take a special kind to work with youth, and so I think y'all are doing wonderful. And I'm so glad that the fundraiser went well and that y'all have plans. So
stay in touch with us and anything we can do to help with your group and tell everybody again the church again.
Yes.
College Chapel Baptist Church on County Road 29.
Don't go by CC Church. You've got too many choices. It's Collins Chapel.
That is right. And tell everyone, when are your youth programs? So Sunday, do y'all have a specific youth program, or is it just?
We have Sunday school, and it starts at 9:45. And then on Wednesday nights it starts at 6:30.
6:30
Wonderful.
at the church.
At the church.
Very good. Well, thank you. I love talking to y'all, but it's time to eat.
It is 8 o'clock, so that means we're all done. It's about to be donut o'clock. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to Morning Mayhem. It's Friday, so we'll see y'all back on Monday.